Secretary Ernesto Abreu.
Mr. Bonda, and it is my honor and pleasure na makasama po sa ating event ngayong umaga na sponsor po ng Filipinas World at ito pong Kalayaan 2023. Very significant po yung ating tema, Bagong Pilipinas, ang diwa ng pagkakaisa, and living the Bayanihan spirit. Ito pong tema nito ay nalapit sa puso ko and I certainly appreciate our program director si Madam Agnes Alibon na inibita po tayo upang magsalita sa topic on Enlightened Bayanihan Spirit in a multicultural
Pwede
community.
pong ma-shorten lang yung speech na kasi.
I'd like to appreciate that. I'd like to take off on that particular topic.
Pwede pong ma-shorten.
Sa puso ko po is to encourage among the Filipinos and especially among our OFWs abroad na makilang po tayo, sumali po tayo, lalo na sa ating challenge na magkaroon po tayo ng panibagong bayanihan. Ang pagbabayanihan ko ay isang bagay na naging buhay sa akin, lalo na nung nasa BFA po. At nakita ko po na ang Filipinos worldwide are very highly committed to their families, highly committed to their tasks, they're highly committed to their jobs. Pero may nakita po akong iba-ibang participation, iba-iba pong engagement tungkol sa bayang Pilipinas. Of course, many of the Filipinos abroad, especially in nasa West, nasa North America, have decided to become Americans. And whenever we interviewed them, parang there was always a little bit of parang sitting member na nakikita ko na nararamdaman natin. Meron silang parang hinalakit sa bayan. Kamay, like for example, I know that in the Philippines, pero then you have a sense, when we were interviewing them, you would get a sense that and a number of them were disappointed about the things that they, the direction that the nation has taken and how so many times they had a very, very deep disappointment with government, especially for what they would feel na parang hindi ginawa ng gobyerno, ng mga gobyerno, ang nararapat na ginawa, parang hindi sana sila umalis. So, ang ano po natin, ang pag-uusapan po natin, I'd like to touch on this morning as about two or three things. Number one, kung bakit kailangan natin manumbalik sa isang panibagong bayanihan. Unang-una po, there are so many things that we can be proud of about the nation of the Philippines. Among others, unang-una po tayo, Philippines is the first Asian country to have a republic, to become a republic, to become a nation that is not governed by a king or a datu, but a nation that is governed directly by the people by their power to elect. Ito po yung nangyari nung sa Malolos, where we established the first Philippine Republic in 1899. It's something that we need to be very, very proud of. Pero ito po isang bagay na parang nalimutan natin dahil sa mga kaganapan ng ating history. Alam po natin, and we need to remember, we need to remind ourselves that this was actually a shining moment. The Malolos Republic should have been a shining moment to us because it was the time when we actually stood up against our colonizers, who have been overfollowing us for the past 300 years, and we decided to stand up for our own nation, for our own rights, for who we are as a people. Ang nangyari po, as we very well know, while the Philippine Republic was alive from 1899 to 1901, alam po natin ang nangyari eventually. Eventually, when the Americans came, at nagkaroon po sila ng parang mock battle of Manila Bay, kung saan ang mga Espanyol, instead of surrendering to the Filipinos because they had already been defeated, they decided to surrender to the United States para hindi naman sila mapaya. Kumbaga, and then they also received a remuneration of about $20 million. And then, ang nangyari po ay nawala sa atin yung that particular historical moment that was actually ours. It was something that we could be very, very proud of. So that whenever we celebrate, for example, July, our Independence Day, which is June 12, isang bagay na masaya. But you know, if you notice, people hardly even care about the June 12 Independence Day. Why? It doesn't have any meaning for us. Why? Because it was stolen from us. Nanakaw sa atin, wala sa atin yung moment kaya. And so, it's something that we need to recapture ourselves. It's something that we need to tell ourselves once more that tayo mga Pilipino ay we have a lot of things to be proud of. Right now, of course, there's a lot of difficulty. Marami po tayong dinadaanan. Among other things, for example, we need to remember that it's hindi kaiwas natin that about 4 to 5,000 people 4 to 5,000 Filipinos leave the Philippines every day. If that's about 150,000 people monthly leaving the Philippines to go abroad to work, either short term or for long term, and that's about 1.8 million Filipinos leaving the Philippines every year. When we appreciate the fact, we certainly appreciate the fact that it's the Filipinos abroad who keep the nation afloat. Kasi po talagang, kaya po nag-aalisa natin mga kababayan, dahil sa alam po ng there are no job opportunities, not enough job opportunities. Or we have what we call underemployment. May mga trabaho na, pero hindi naman talaga nakakasuporta talaga ng pamilya, hindi talaga nakakasuporta ng mga adequate ng sapat. So many Filipinos leave, and of course they send back their support. That's about $12 billion a year throughout the Philippines. And you can imagine the actual help that Filipinos abroad are actually able to give to us. However, it comes also with social cost. Hindi naman pwede na ibasa natin ating progreso sa mga Pilipino na abroad at ipapadala ng pera sa atin. It comes, like I said, it comes at a great social cost. And so many families are broken. So many families have become very weak and fragile. And that's why I'm looking at great social dysfunctions. Now, what can we do? What can we honestly do? Alam po yung ating gobyerno, the Philippine society is run, is we have the government and we have business here, and we do have to decide on something ating bayan. During some of you will remember that I ran for president in the past elections. It was something that was not political ambition, but our desire, not a desire, to be able to do something in terms of helping general change. Isa pa na discover natin is, ang dami dito ang hirap. Ang dami ng mga kababayan natin hirap. And many times they point to policies, government policies that work against them. Like for example, sa many number of our yung mga nakausap din natin, yung mga magsasama. And sinasabi ko, how can we support, how can we survive when the rates are so, like mga inputs are so high, and there is a ceiling above it. Now, I understand po yung mga price stabilization laws, kung bakit yung mga galayan, pero there are other solutions to these problems, to these challenges that are facing us. Ano po ang nangyayari sa ating mga tao? Well, if you connect the dots, it looks like sabi ko, tinanong ko, saan nangyayari sa inyo? Sabi naman, for example, some of their content was, a lot of their content was actually killed the land. So sabi ko, yung useless. So sabi ko, ano ginagawa ko? Sabi ko, binibenta namin. Sabi ko, kami yung binibenta, sino yung bibili niya eh? at then naman yung lupa. So, ginagawa na subdivision. So, you see, what happens is, it seems like it is a vicious cycle na umiikot, na kung saan, ang mga tauhan po natin, ang mga tauhan po natin ng mga sasakyan, ang people who rely on agriculture, they lose these advantages, and what happens, they lose their comparable advantage, and what happens is many of them become part of the 4,000 to 5,000 people moving every day. They become part of the most skilled army going out, serving other nations. And they send them dito, and then they send back, and they get money every month. And then that's how we survive. Ang isa pang is because we keep receiving monies on a regular basis from abroad, many of the families just wait for these monies because there are also no jobs in the country. So what happens is when they spend it. Many times, that's exactly why we have become a consumer culture. And that's why we have some of the most beautiful months in the world. Why? Because money comes in, we spend it, we go to the malls, and that's how we live. We live in a mentality that is not sustainable. Not sustainable. And even if I really desire sana, ang leaders liderato natin, bigyan natin, for example, those of the local governments all the way up to the national government, we need to be able to come together and put together our minds and hearts so that hindi natin, so that we, alam ko isang, I don't believe, but anyway, one of the reasons why we have such weak infrastructures is because many of our people, many of our leaders, also extract land. Ano ba yung sabihin ng land? Sabihin, lahat sila mga polisiya ng kurahan. Lahat sila may nakagawa for every project. They extract land. So, nangyayari, kunyari, there's a project that will be $1 million pesos.
Puro ulo nyo na ito.
Hindi
naman ako mag-record.
That is exactly why the situation is so challenging. So, ano yung sinasabi na, bakit ko natin ang sinasabi? Ang hinaatang ko na ito, hindi tayo, very important. It's about time that not only the government, but only the business, but also the people are the lowest social media should be able to first come together and finally, if we work together, gawin po natin ito. Maraming salamat po, good morning, and God bless you.
Maraming salamat po, former spokesperson Ernesto C. Abella. And of course, we have a very, very special guest here as well. From patriotism and nationalism, the Filipinos and Philippines, liberated independently, thrive towards sustainable country in the aspect of economic zones, tourism, and technology. So I have to pause after this. And we have our speaker this afternoon who will discuss the priding Philippines to foreign investors. Let us welcome Philippine Economic Zone Authority spokesperson and the Concurrent Communications Group Manager of PESA, Attorney Maria Yabel Chua Badillo Crisostomo.
Good afternoon, everyone. We were supposed to present earlier, but I got in late because of the traffic, and I apologize dearly. So I'm here to talk about the Philippine Economic Zone Authority. What is PEZA? If I ask you right now, if I ask everyone here, I think not everyone can really tell me what is the mandate of PEZA. So now I will try to help you guys understand a bit more of this wonderful authority. PEZA is a self-sustaining government agency. But first, what is PEZA? PEZA is the Philippine Economic Zone Authority. It is one of the investment promotions agency. May insurance po ba kayo dito? Meron, good. So, PEZA is one of the investment promotion agencies here in the Philippines. Hindi ko po memorize yung other 16, but we are under the DTI. So ano po bang ginagawa ng Investment Promotions Agency? We are here to invite investors to come and invest in our country to bring in much needed capital growth. Para makakuha ho tayo ng mga trabaho. Bakit ho natin kailangan ng trabaho? Para ho mabigyan ho natin yung mga kababayan natin ng mas magandang buhay. So, PEZA is a self-sustaining government agency created under RA number 7916, known as the Special Economic Zone Act of 1995. So, yung batas po na gumawa po sa PEZA was enacted noong 1995 pa po. So, medyo archaic na po siya. And meron hong bagong batas, which is the CREATE Law, which explains more about the incentives to be given to investors. So, if I ask, hindi na po ako dito sa baba, mas maganda pong matangkad. So, if I ask you guys, PEZA, hindi na nga po natin masyadong alam. We are not much aware of what PEZA is. But if I tell you right now what PEZA can contribute and has contributed, baka sana ho, we change our minds towards what we think about PEZA. PEZA contributes about 16% of the Philippines' gross domestic product. I'm guessing that not everybody knows this. Second is, well, ito po, yung 79.99%. Hindi pa po yan na-update. Kasi it's actually 82% of the entire country's exports. We contribute that. And hindi lang ho kami masyadong, we are not that super flashy about our achievements, but we also give out 58.88% of service exports. What are service exports? Service exports are actually the services that we give out to other countries, which are, for example, ID centers, BPO centers, yung mga servisyo po na binibigay po ng mga kababayan natin. So, always remember the 16% GDP, the 82% exports, and the 58.88% service exports. So, PEZA's performance since 1995 up to 2022, these are figures po eh. Pero what I can tell you about are jobs. And I know pretty much that lahat po tayo dito, we understand how important a job is. We cannot just give out band-aid solutions. We cannot just give out ayuda. But we can give jobs. We can create quality jobs. And PEZA has done just that. In every one direct job that PEZA gives, there are 5 indirect jobs. So, ibig sabihin no, it's not only the workers within the ecozones, but also those who they service out to that ecozone. So, PEZA accounts for 93.43% total Philippine exports. Yan po yung sa shares natin. We already gave out $16.86 billion for the first few months of 2023. So, PEZA, actually, we do every year. We always say, oh, we have done our record-breaking. Pero we continue to do that. Because we cannot just have, yung magsistay lang po kami doon, but we continue to exceed what we have set out. So, PEZA hosts about 422 ecozones and 4,372 locator companies nationwide. Ano po ba yung mga ecozones? Ano po ba pwede sa mga ecozones? First are IT parks and centers. Very important po yan. Di ba sinabi ho ng ating presidente during his SONA that his 8-point socio-economic agenda consists of digitalization. So that IT parks and centers would provide better data servicing towards our consumers here in the Philippines. Second are manufacturing. 24, much important also, are our agro-industrial parks. Bakit ho importante ang ating agro-industrial parks? Because the Philippines is an agricultural superpower. We have yet to hone the maximum potential of our agricultural sector. So that is very important also. Second is, of course, tourism. Third is medical tourism. And we also have new frontiers. You know, yung aerotropolis. If you think about what is an aerotropolis, aero, near an airport. So ibig sabihin ho, we would want to venture into an ecozone development that is near an airport kasi po, buong ecosystem would be involved. Second, yan po yung madami. I would not bore you anymore. But, ito po yung, we are starting to initiate this. We already have drafted a MOA. Actually not drafted, we have already executed the MOA together with DOST with regard to the KISS parks. KISS parks. Diba? Very new to us. What is a KISS park? A KISS park is Knowledge, Innovation, Science, and Technology Parks. That is where, you know, I try to talk in Tagalog. I try to train myself to talk in Tagalog because I'm not really good. But of course, we have our visitors here. So, pagpasensyahan niyo ako kapag ponyo. So, KISS Parks, this consists of innovation hubs. This is where our TESDA will come into play. Dito ho natin, this is where businessmen can invest their hard-earned money to make our people here more knowledgeable about science and technology. So, now, I'm going to talk to you about locator investments by nationality and sector. I don't think it is a surprise to you guys if the Japanese is number one here. The Japanese has always been number one. Why? Because we have already established trust with them. And they have a lot invested here. Almost, I think, almost $1 trillion already invested here in the Philippines and has continued to rise above and above. And the next, of course, is Filipino, ang ating mga domestic mga investors. Our Filipinos, dapat nga, number one ang Filipinos here. But, of course, we need capital investment from other foreign direct investments. Next is American, Dutch, British, Singaporean, and Korean. So Korean, well, we are starting to have talks with them with regard to the science and technology. And I think we have heard also in the news that Koreans are pretty much into agriculture also. So hopefully, they come and invest in our country, hire more Filipinos, because the Filipinos are the best workforce in the world. Di ba? Ewan ko na lang pag hindi nyo pa sinabing hindi tayo. But we are the best Filipino workforce. Because first, our English is subpar. Second is because our attitudes, I'm sorry sir, perfect. Perfect. I stand corrected. Panyero. Use it. Our English are better than most of our neighboring countries in the Southeast Asian region. So that is why foreigners, foreign businesses always want to invest here in the Philippines because our Filipino workforce is just pretty much the best. Next is, ito medyo aakyat ko lang po yung bangko namin ng konti. Because we're talking here, why should we invest in PEZA? Because basically, hindi lamang ho recognitions locally ang nakuha namin, but globally. We got the IFC World Bank for best practice among economic zones worldwide. It's not only here in the Philippines, it's not only among the investment promotion agencies, but we got the best practices amongst all the ecozones worldwide. So, we're very proud of this, and we also support sustainability. You know guys, whenever we talk about sustainability, we only think about the environment. We only would want to credit, you know, DNR and those who handle the environment. But in our ecozones, we try our best to walk the talk. We practice what we preach about sustainability, and we also make sure that our locators and developers also practice the same. What is the strategic importance of ecozones? Kasi you might be asking, oh, attorney, bakit pa ako? Why invest in an ecozone? Why just not invest, in a normal business? Why? Because firstly, productivity enhancing investments will be promoted. Our country must become an investment destination, capitalizing on the corporate recovery and tax incentives for enterprises or the create law. More on that later. Because ecozones will fully support to bring in strategic industries. So in layman's term, this is very much technical. Anong meron sa ecozone that other, businesses do not have? If you invest in an ecozone, you would not only get incentives, but you would also get the protection of PEZA and that of the entire country. Because when you invest in the ecozone, first is, who wouldn't want to have VAT-free importation? Who wouldn't want to have income tax holidays for up to 17 years? 4 to 17 years of income tax holidays. And thirdly, those who would be investing here in the Philippines would not only be getting visas, but also that of their dependents. So lahat yan, naayos po namin yan. So the roadmap of PEZA basically is, bring in more investments. Bring in more money here in the Philippines. Let us make the lives of our Filipinos better by giving them jobs. By creating an ecosystem wherein money is given to everyone and not just one. I think I've talked about, as my Panero Yusek said, we are not subpar. We are the best workforce in the Philippines, in the world. So, and bakit po sa PEZA again? I don't want to talk about the other IPAs because pare-pareho naman pong magagaling lahat yan. But PEZA boasts of something that no other IPA can boast of. First is, we adhere to the no red tape, only red carpet treatment. What is the no red tape and only red carpet treatment? Basically, ayaw po namin ng matagal. Ayaw po namin ng delay. Sa amin ho sa PEZA, lahat po ng papers, all of the papers will be completed. This is a promise sa PEZA ho, within 20 to 30 days. And why red carpet treatment? Why red carpet treatment? Because these people who invest their hard-earned money in the Philippines do not only deserve, protection and help with their compliances, but they deserve the respect of not making them wait, not making them endure corruption. That is why, always remember, only PEZA gives out the hard-earned commitment of no red tape, only red carpet treatment. And syempre ho, meron din ho tayo dito sa one-stop shop. If you invest in PEZA, you will not be paying any local government permits, fees, ECCs, no. The ECCs, we're gonna help you get that from DNR. The ECC basically po is one driver. You cannot get a tenurial instrument without an ECC. Environmental Compliance Certificate. You get that from the EMD of any DNR. So next. 7 priority sectors. This is where we want our foreigners to invest. First is advanced manufacturing. This is very important because manufacturing gives out exports. We can contribute more if we have more manufacturing enterprises here in the Philippines. Second is extractives, green ores, processing. Third, agricultural and blue industries. And of course, IT services and frontier technologies, renewable energy, yung KISS parks, and integration. Ito po yung important. Ito po yung na-explain ko kaninang innovation hubs. And to integration of the SMEs. Siyempre, when we think about ecozones, we think about the 1% of the Philippines. We think about yung mga may kayang magbigay ng 5 billion. Those who can invest, billions of money into the ecozone. But we want the SMEs to take benefit also of this. Our small, medium enterprises must also be included in the growth. How? When we integrate the SMEs into the ecozone value chain, sa ecosystem po, these SMEs can also reap out yung benefit from that when the people from the ecozones go out of the said ecozone. So when we integrate the SMEs, not only with the middle class be helped out, but also those in the lower. The Philippines, this is very, mabigat. The Philippines is the most promising and best performing economy in ASEAN. Because we have what it takes for any foreign investor who wants to introduce their product or create their product in the Philippines in order to supply and cater to the domestic and world market. I think those who are working in the government know about this. The ease of doing business. Right? The ease of doing business. Pag wala mo tayong ease of doing business, no foreigner would want to invest here. Ease of doing business, ARTA, those who would want their permits to be processed within that certain time that the government has prescribed. So doon po tayo dapat umangat lalo. We should help out our foreign investors to have more, to gain more respect by giving them the ease of doing business. And that is what we want in PEZA to develop more. So, this is the end of my presentation. Thank you so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, as a spokesperson, Attorney Maria Gavelsi, we will start investing tomorrow. Did you know that's so true, ka? Alam mo, Jubel, that's very true because I noticed most of the provinces with PEZA, Cavite, they all actually became very, the economy around. Laguna, yeah. The one with Bataan. It's a private one. At this point, I'd like to introduce to you the person who is in charge of everything here. And the person who is also helping us all to have a good lunch. Lunch na ba? Or dinner? Can I give you the founder of the Filipinos World, Miss Agnes Alinbog? There is Agnes.
Thank you, Carla and Raymond. First and foremost, I'd like to thank everyone for coming over. We have here, of course, General Thompson Lantion. Let's give him a round of applause. And can we announce? Not yet. Is the incoming Secretary of the Department of Transportation. So, come June, end of June, he'll be appointed as the new Secretary of the Department of Transportation. Of course, we have also Asek Benny Legaspe from Department of Migrant Workers. Thank you so much, Asek Legaspe. And I suppose Asek Rika Bueno was here earlier. She left already. She's still here. She said outside. You have here the handsome debonair, the USEC of Department of Foreign Affairs, Eduardo Juvega. Thank you so much, sir. Attorney Leah Badilio, Maria Leah Bell, Leah Crisostomas, masyadong mataas, mahaba. A spokesperson ng narinig niyo lang kanina. We have from the international community, can I just recognize Mr. Jesper Seven, how do you pronounce Jesper? Svengsen, okay, he's the Executive Director of the Northern Chamber of Commerce. Let's give him a round of applause, please. We have also here Mr. Michael, I forgot the problem name of Michael. Nielsen, brand strategist or brand specialist brand strategist of the Fairway Corporation. Yeah. Let's give him also a round of applause. We have here Mr. Bertito Hashimoto, Bertito Hashimoto, the president of Dreamscape Holdings. Yes, sir. And together with him is his friend from World Bank Treasury Department. Am I right? Ruben. Sorry. Edmond Ruby. Is that correct? Yeah. He's here also with us. Thank you so much, sir. On the table 4, I would have memorized the names, but let's give a round of applause from the Rotary Club of Makati, Jose Perez, headed by Glomar Fari and Miss Elizabeth Ramoy, and together with Miss Lita Wells. Thank you so much for coming over here. We have here from the OFW sector, headed by Mr. Bong Guro. He is the president and national chair of the Alliance Worldwide Organizations or Incorporated. And together here is from the Department of Agrarian Reform, Director Randy Frugosa. Thank you so much for coming. I would not I wouldn't forget this. He had come himself. He's a busy guy. The chairman and president of the Aguila Group of Companies, Mr. Nelson Aguila. Sir, you have to read us that. And of course, friends of Raymond Villanueva, Miss Rose Nico. She just wanted to watch and attend in here. We have also the president of the Kapisanan ng mga broadcaster na Pilipinas Calabarzon region, Mr. Roy Bato, who is also a partner in here. We have also the president and founder of the Euro TV News, Mr. Danilo Mangajas. He will also be speaking right now. And I would like to recognize also the national president and the founder and national president of the Arts Patriots, Ms. Dr. Maria Socorro Maritao. Together with some entrepreneurs here, Ronaldo Ramos, Lambert Tan, and Enteng Yu. And we have also Barangay Kagawats from Camp Krames. Sir, I must have forgotten your names. Can you please rise? They're all up there. What's this? Supporting this event for this afternoon. We have 16 vloggers of General Luncheon all the way. They're at the back of this room. Thank you so much for coming. We have Joe Datuin. He is a visual Olympian, if he's still around, or he's not no longer. But he's here with us. And of course, from MWell of Metro Pacific Investment, thank you so much. They're the ones who give smartwatches for our speakers. And later, if you want to get a smartwatch, you can download MWell from your app, from your Play Store. This event wouldn't be possible without the coordination and the support of the tagapagtaguyod ng sining at kultura ng Pilipinas, led by the founder, Dr. Liza Villas Jr. Let's give her a round of applause, please. She's just at the backstage, but she's one of the artists, curator, sculptor, artists that we should be recognized of. Her paintings and this sculpture artwork are displayed in the new PLP Museum. And thank you so much for those I haven't recognized. Thank you for coming over. I would let our MCs have their rest because I know they were so tired. And please bear with us. This has been a 3-hour program, and I suppose we just come together once in a lifetime celebrating the Independence Day. And of course, as what former spokesperson Ernesto Abella said, we tend to forget the celebration of our independence. We tend to forget that we Filipinos do have our mission. And we tend to forget that we come as one, gather as one, because we have to fight for that independence from now and going forward. At this juncture, may I call on the National Secretary General of Tugpuyog Pilipinas, and according to him, I mean not according to him, more of which because he's part of he's part of this government who works so hard to make this nation a better one. Let's call on a good friend of mine, Dr. John Ortiope.
Maraming salamat sa inyo. Now, my topic would be more on the call to unity for national development. So I'm Dr. Rodolfo John Ortiope. I'm a medical doctor. I'm a doctor of organizational development, doctor of education, doctor of mathematics, and doctor of environmental science, and doctor of business administration. I finish it all, so I've written so much dissertation. Now, on this aspect is that when I was near here, when I was looking at the preparation, I saw a booth. There was a booth there, Be My Beauty. That's the booth itself. So the idea itself of having an independent country and celebrating this for us to appreciate the beauty of our country. Now, we say that the call to unity. The call to unity so that this government would really prosper and would work better. Now, at that point, we say that the unity itself is very important. In Proverbs 14 and 19, it says, "Let us therefore make efforts to achieve peace and mutual edification." Which means that the idea that we like to do right now is that for our government to prosper and for our government to what? To progress. Siguro tatagalugin ko minsan ang aking pananalita base sa aking pakiramdam at pusong nakikita sa bawat Pilipino na aking nakaharap ngayon. Alam niyo po, ano ba ang kailangan ng pagkakaroon ng isang magkakaisa? Simple lang po naman yan eh. Unang-una, kailangan natin tandaan ang mga values, tandaan ang mga konteksto para magkaroon ng isang Pilipinas na nagkakaisa, mamamayang nagkakaisa, mga reyong nagkakaisa. For us to realize unity, progress, and change, first, we need to look at the first letter T. And what is this? Trust. Filipinos must know how to trust each other. Pag wala po tayong pananampalataya, paniniwala sa isa't isa, ay hindi natin makikita ang totoong pagbabago at pagkakaisa. There is also practice of healthy skepticism, but still, trust is very important. In business, if there's no trust, we cannot end transactions. In government, without no trust in the one running in the election, we will not vote for that person. So trust is important. Next is that we need to look at the letter I. What is I? We should have integrity. We cannot realize unity and change and progress if we ourselves do not have the integrity. I cannot preach what I cannot do. I'm doing something, I say, do that, wag kang magnakaw, pero nagnanakaw ka pa rin sa pamahalaan. So integridad ang kailangan para sa pagbabago. Ang isa po, na sunod ay letter M na tinatawag. Motivation. Even if we have the trust and even if we have the integrity, but we are not motivated enough to move for the progress and unity of this country. Kaya nga, ano ba yung motivation na yun? Alam ko na may pagbabago, alam ko na magkakaroon tayo ng isang progreso sa ating bayan, pero ayaw nating kumilos. Dapat kumilos ang bawat Pilipino. The next is letter P. Principle, prinsipyo. Kanina may speaker tayo nag-discuss Philippinism. She said that she researched Philippinism on the internet. I've been working on Philippinism so much in my life that it is in the context of an ideological point of view. Simple lang po ang Filipinismo. Filipino at ismo. Anong ibig sabihin ng ismo? Sistema. Sistemang Pilipino. Ano ang sistemang Pilipino? Nabanggit natin ng mga katangian ng Pilipino. Mabait, di ba? We have all the workers abroad who are ambassadors to our country, promoting the nation. Di ba? That is the Filipino system. The Filipino system na masipag, matyaga. I remember when I was talking to a diplomat, and also in the Timor-Leste, wherein I am also the consultant of the Ministry of Investment. They like Filipino to work in Timor-Leste. And also in Congo. Sabi lang, we like Filipino to work in Congo, specifically construction. Bakit? Kasi daw yung ordinaryong manggagawa, katumbas na ng isang inhinyero sa kanila. Ganon kagaling ang ating mga kababayang Pilipino. Palakpakan po natin ang mga Pilipino ating kababayan. Prinsipyo ang kailangan. If there is no principle, we could not change. That's why if you would vote for something, vote for someone, we look at the principle of that person. The sad thing is that sometimes we do not look at the principle per se. We look at also the thing that I like him not because of the principle, but it's more of the what? The camaraderie. Now, T, I, M, P. What is T? Trust, integrity, motivation, and principle. The next is letter U. We should be unafraid. We say unafraid. Filipinos are unafraid. They look at for something, for us to come up with the genuine unity and progress, dapat hindi tayo matakot sa pagbabago. Minsan yung change, minsan natatakot tayo. And that unafraid system is that dapat tugunan natin na tayo ay kaya natin to. Kanina there were mention of nationalism and patriotism. You know that there's a big difference between nationalism and patriotism? Nationalism means it is more of an emotional concept. Wherein, I know I love my country, but it ends in loving my country. But in patriotism, it is an intellectual concept that I love my country and I would work hard for my country and I would dedicate my life for the progress and change of my country. So we should be all patriots. Everybody could be a nationalist, but you could be a patriot. So we should be unafraid, afraid to die. Unafraid to die, to work hard for our nation. The next letter is that trust, integrity, motivation, principle, and unafraid. The next is we should learn to yield. When you say learn to yield, matuto tayong magbigay sa kapwa. Matuto magpakumbaba. You know, pagdating sa daan, there's a yield sign. And what is the yield sign? We should learn to stop. Self-examination sometimes is important. But the thing is that, sugod ng sugod, maraming nasasagasaan, paano magkakaisa kung tayo ay hindi bumubusina at tayo ay diretso-diretso lamang. So trust, integrity, motivation, principle, unafraid, and we should learn to yield. The next is letter O. What is letter O? We should always be objective on our thinking. Do not be subjective, because being subjective is that there's a problem. Sometimes we have become so judgmental in being subjective. It's like when we go to transactions, when we go to looking at for change, there's always a pre-judgmental attitude that this person is something bad, or this organization, or this transaction would not go on. Objectivity is important for us to look at unity and progress. And the last is letter G. And this is the very important value that the Filipino have. Ito po yung isang value na kung saan ang bawat Pilipino ay maaari nating sabing kakaiba sa buong mundo. At ito po ay gratitude. We should know how to pay back gratitude. Utang na loob. Diba? Pag may ginawa sa ating maganda, anong gagawin natin? Gumanti rin tayo ng kagandahan. Pag gumawa ng pangit, gumanti pa rin tayo ng kabutihan. For us to realize all these things, and let us now spell it. Trust, integrity, motivation, principle, unity, yield, objective, and gratitude. In short, that is Timpuyog. Timpuyog. What is Timpuyog? And that is the organization that we're handling. Timpuyog means it is a gathering of men for a great cause. All of the people right here are great men with a great cause and a great purpose. We are not here just to attend Independence Day because we have advocacy, principles, and visions that we like to do in our country. Kaya nga, timpuyog tayong lahat na sinasabi. Timpuyog is an Ilocano term. Timpuyog is an Ilocano term for organization, and when you Google that, it means gathering of great men and women for a good cause. And I am now in front of people who are gathered for a great cause. Lahat na nandito ngayon ay mga tao na kung saan may mga prinsipyo, integridad, motibasyon, at marunong tumanaw ng utang na loob para paglikuran ang ating bayan. So sa puntong yan, let us go back again dun sa sinabi kong verse muna. Let us make effort towards the realization of peace and mutual edification. The celebration of the Independence Day is that we always commemorate this because it symbolizes the integrity of the Filipino, the bravery that we won in the independence. Kaya hindi lang to simbolikong selebrasyon. Ito ay sumisimbolo ng bawat katapangan ng bawat isa sa atin at dedikasyon sa pagbabago. So, for this unity to be realized, we should always be a timpuyog. Let us gather men for a good cause. Let us work for a good cause. And towards that good cause, there is a vision of an independent Philippines and an independent Filipino looking for growth and development. Sa madaling salita, tayo po ay magkaisa, sumigaw sa pagbabago, magsama-sama ang bawat Pilipino para sa kaiunlad ng ating bayan at gobyerno. Maraming salamat sa inyo lahat.
Thank you so much. Timpuyog, everybody. It's a gathering. Thank you, Dr. Piope.
All right, now of course, we have a very special performance.
And more food is coming already. Di ba? At this point, ladies and gentlemen, we'll have so much freedom because we have 250 other speakers who are joining us. They're all lining up there. Oh, wait for your turn. We're coming down. So, we're supposed to have another speaker, but she did not arrive. So, we will put her in our, what's this, X-list.
Ayan na.
Hindi siya dumating. So at this point, as Filipinos, how do we take a path in this considered a better place? Diba? That's what Mr. John Piope.
Yeah, how do we do that, right?
Diba? And it's a spirit, it's a unity, it's basically Filipinos all together, especially in the word Lafang. So at this point,
Explain, please.
Lafang is a very exotic word in front of you. Okay, so we have a special part of this program, which in a way is also encompasses why we are celebrating this independence.
It's a special performance.
Actually. So, please clear the dance floor. Okay?
Magsitabi kayong lahat. Because it's time, it's party time. We have to go here.
Mr. Agnes will introduce a special
Please do the honors of introducing the tribe.
Okay, we have here a special performance. Okay, look, as Filipinos, we also include our indigenous peoples because that's where we come from. We came from a Malay group. And we're glad to have here this evening or afternoon Dato Kiel of Tibuli tribe who's gonna be performing a Thanksgiving dance. Let's give him a round of applause.
Hindi ka na kay Kimberly.
Nagulat ako.
Hindi niya yung shot ko mo. Puro player. Wait na. Ha? Wait pa. Pato yung iba. Ano? Ano ba yan? Masakal naman. Ano ito? Ano ba? Masakal daw yung ikot yan. Ito yung siya? Ha? Saan ka nagtanong?
Continuing cry. Thank you so much. At this point,
Let me call on Miss Agnes. It's your turn.
You know what's funny about our MCs? Because all the way from their laughter to their tiredness, this does stick on. And thank you so much. Can we give ourselves a round of applause, please? Because, you know, General Lantion was here so early, and I would recognize for a Jagal to come over here and still here with us at this evening. Thank you so much, General. And without further ado, let us introduce somebody. And of course, he's not somebody anymore. He will ask everyone to do a pledge of allegiance. The incoming Secretary of the Department of Transportation, the retired Police General Thompson Lantia, please.
Magandang hapon po sa inyo lahat. Ako po si General Gentong G.T. Lanchon. Dati po former Undersecretary of Transportation and Communications. Number one, yung pong mga 16 vloggers dito, hindi po ako may-ari niyan. Ang may-ari po niyan si Senator Aimee. Secretary Yap po. Pangalawa, yung pong pagiging Secretary of Transportation na papalitan ko si Secretary Jimmy Bautista, there is no truth to the rumor. Marites na din. Ngunit nais ko munang paliwanag ang aming hanay. Ako pong Secretary General ng Partido Federal ng Pilipinas at ang ating national chairman sa hanay na yan. Ang Pangulong 17th President of the Republic of the Philippines, Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Jr. Ito po ang aming bibigyan na diin ng pansin. Nung ako'y pinatawag ng ating mahal na Pangulo sa kanyang tahanan, Makati, ang sabi niya, General, ako'y sasabi sa inyong hanay ng Partido Federal because I believe in its core principles. What are the core principles? Number one is to believe in God. Iniwala sa ating may kapal. Whether you are Catholic, Protestant, Muslim, iniwala tayo sa Number two is humanism, giving human dignity for every individual. Number three, sabi nga ni Professor John Chope, he should be a candidate for senator. Because of his speech today. He's, we call it patriotic federalism, willing to defend its concept, vision, and mission for its realization. Number 4 is our enchanted, enhanced socialism, giving job generation to every individual to improve their livelihoods, their knowledge, to improve their lives. And the last of the 4 principles is participatory democracy, direct democracy. And he told me, President, was Senator then, or General, we have to give power to the people, especially barangays and local governments. So with that, in a nutshell, is our Partido Federal ng Pilipinas. So the plan for that would be in the intervening period, maybe Congress will be transformed into a parliament. Gusto niyo ba yun? Power to the people. Nag-object lang nga tayo. Anyway, that's it. I'll give this congratulation DNA to you. So that you can remember of this. Okay. And for the others, our guests from the other side of the world, or the other countries, I have some copies here for reading. Madam Jan, to give it to you for your Maraming salamat. Now I'll read now the allegiance or oath.
Yes, can we all stand or distinguish? Yes, to the pledge of allegiance.
Sino bang gumawa nito? Si Director, ano? Mukhang sulat ako dyan. Pakitaas ka ng babae at sunod po sa akin. Kung kanang kamay, except the foreign guest. Kanang kamay, hindi kaliwa. Kasi pag kaliwa, pinipilaban niya. Ako si inyong pangalan ay buong puso na nag-aalay ng katapatan sa bansang Pilipinas, kung saan magigiting na lahi ay sinilang at kung saan ay dama natin ang lakas at sipag ng tao na mamuhay ng masagana at may dangal ang aking gagampanan ang lahat ng mga tungkulin na may pagmamahal at katapatan. Ako ay maglilingkod sa aking bayan ng buong katapatan at may pananalig sa Diyos. Inaalay ko ang lahat ng aking mga pangarap at pagsisikap para sa tagumpay ng pagkakaisa at kalayaan. Maging katumbas man ito ng aking buhay para sa ating minamahal na Pilipinas. Mabuhay ang Pilipinas!
Thank you so much, General Clark. Thank you so much, retired General Thompson Lantion. At this juncture, may we call on Jesper and to please help us award this certificate to Dr. John Tiope and General Lantion. And together with Jesper, may we call on Miss Elizabeth Raboy, the past president of Rotary Club Makati.
This certificate of appreciation is presented in grateful appreciation of outstanding support to the 125th Philippine Independence Day celebration with the theme Kalayaan 2023. Bagong Pilipinas, ang diwa ng pagkakaisa, living the Bayanihan spirit. This is given on this day, the 9th of June 2023 at the PNP Museum, Camp Crame, Quezon City. Signed by Ms. Maria Agnes Alimbok, founding director of the Filipino World, and Dr. Flor Denise T. Villaseñor, founder of Tagapagpaguyod ng Sining at Kultura ng Pilipinas. Certificate has been given to General Attorney.
Hello. Thank you so much. We would also like to give this award or certificate of appreciation to Mr. Roy Batu, the president of KBP Calabarzon and CEO of IBS Media Group, for being a co-partner and collaborator of this. Carla, you want to hand it
Yes,
over?
Ms. Carla.
To Roy. And where's the gift? Sorry.
Makikita ko naman ano. Bawa na kayo eh.
That's from MWell. And of course, we would like also to award this certificate of appreciation to Mr. Danilo Mangahas, the founder and CEO of Euro TV News, for being the partner of this event. He is also a partner and collaborator of this event. Thank you so much. Let's give him a round of applause, please. Thank you so much. You wanna come? We will come together as a flag.
I will come up to you.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for coming over, and please, let's also thank the Philippine National Police for having us host this event this evening. Thank you so much. And please give a round of applause to Ms. Carla Conleon, the CEO of Expat Carriers Global Network, and together with the board member of the executive committee, Ms. Raymond Villanueva, for hosting our event for this afternoon. Thank you so much.
Everyone, and to Miss Agnes, thank you for having us.
Sir, congrats. Ano kay Keroy? Ay, ito kay Keroy.